Hi, good morning, friends. My name is Raj Kumar Agarwal, and I welcome you all to this today's session of professional updates. It is the audit season, so I thought that common mistake in the financial statement would be very useful to discuss. So today I bring you the few of the most common mistake in the audit report as well as the financial statement. So here they are. First, in the audit report, we have to tell whether the accounts show a true and fair view or not only of the balance sheet but also of the profit or loss for the year under consideration. So, if there is a loss, we have to mention the word loss. If it is profit, we have to mention the word profit. Generally, it is seen that it is vice versa. In case of profit, the update is not there, or in case of loss, the update is not there for loss. Or even at times, we have seen that both the word profit oblique loss are used. So kindly pay attention in the audit report that whenever there is a profit, let us mention it as profit. Wherever there is a loss, let us mention it as a loss. The second common mistake in the audit report is about the reference of the accounting standard rules. For the Indians, the correct reference to the accounting standard rule is Accounting Standard Rule 2015. And for I-GAAP, it is Accounting Standard Rule, the updated rules of the I-GAAP audit report. Then we have to give the reference of Accounting Standard Rule 2021. In case of India's financial statement, it has to be given as Accounting Standard Rule 2015. Now let me come to the accounting policy section. In the accounting policy, one of the major difference or one of the major update or mistake is there in the revenue policy. In the revenue policy, either it is not complete or it does not connote to all the revenue stream that a company or an entity might have. So kindly take attention that the revenue policy should be as per the revenue of the entity and not as a general accounting policy. Together with that, we should not forget that revenue has to be exclusive of GST. That particular fact should be mentioned in the accounting policy. One of the other mistake in the accounting policy is with regards to the inventory. In inventory, both the two items, the cost formula and the valuation method, both has to be given. The cost formula either FIFO is to be given or the weighted average or as the case may be. And in the valuation method, we should not forget to mention it for raw material, for finished good as well as work in progress, which has to be at cost or NRV, whichever is less. Together with that, one of the other mistake that we see that the accounting policy are normally at times cut copy paste of some else other company or other entity. Friends, please understand every company, every entity is unique in itself. So therefore, it would have its own set of accounting policy. In accounting policy, I would also like to highlight one of the other issues with regards to the method of depreciation and the useful life. The standard require that we need to disclose the useful life as well as the method of depreciation. So do not forget that and put it in the financial statement in the accounting policy section. Now, after the accounting policy, let me come to the financial statement balance sheet side. One of the major missings nowadays we see in the borrowings. We not only have to give the borrowing as per the Schedule 3, Division 1 of the Companies Act, but we have to also state what are the what are the securities, what are the terms and conditions with regards to the borrowing. So therefore, under the borrowing note, long term, then we have to also mention the all the securities. Securities, particularly the guarantees given by the directors, are often missed. So therefore, take care that all the securities are mentioned. One of the other common mistake which has even been pointed out by FRRB is about the depiction of the income tax and the provision. The provision has to come on the liability side, and the asset side would have advance tax and TDS. Normally, these are shown on the both the side of the balance sheet, but as per the advisory, the same has to be netted off. If provision is higher, then we have to net of the advance tax with the provision and show the balance provision on the liability side with the note depicting that what is the amount of advance tax netted. If the advance tax is more, that is if it is refundable, then we have to net off the provision, show it on the asset side, net of provision, and also mention what is the provision that is netted off. So that would be the correct depiction. There is generally a confusion about the provision for expenses, whether it should go to other current liability or whether it is part of the trade payables. Friends, all the provision for expenses or all the unbilled expense amount, they are part of trade payable and they should be grouped therein. And in the aging portion, the same should be depicted as an unbilled or depending upon whether it is billed or unbilled, so we can show it in the unbilled part. The last and not the least are the disclosure. Though there are n number of disclosure, but I like to highlight only 3 of them. One, about the leases. In case of lease, we have to disclose that we are doing straight lining. We have to give the future minimum lease payment. So these are the disclosures which are generally missed in the I-GAAP. Related party. We have to give the relation, we have to give the transaction, we have to give the closing balance. This is generally adopted or this is generally done. But what is missed out is the terms and conditions which are there with the related party has to give it by way of note. The special significance in case of related party is if you write off any balance of the related party. And also we have to very clearly mention whether it is at an arm's length or not. The last of the disclosure which I am discussing today is about the segment. Segment is very much part, and if applicable, segment disclosure has to be made with clear depiction and with clear details. So in this short video, I again repeat, take care of the audit. In the audit report, the profit and loss account. In the audit report, what is about the correct depiction of the accounting standard rule. And similarly in the balance sheet, about the borrowings, about the payables, about the provision for expenses, and of course the security that is associated with the borrowing, and in the notes particularly related to related party, segment, and leases. Thank you friends for patience listening. We'll soon meet together with other updates. Thank you so much. Happy auditing.